Hello everybody, how's everyone doing? Ame Gakita. Alright, today we're going to talk about two indie VTubers who has been covering about VTubers new lately, Lidia Nekozawa as well as Salvi the Blue Squirrel. And apparently they are carrying a beef with each other due to the situation on similarity and stuff, which I'll give you guys the short form of the whole everything in a nutshell. Is that Lydia's son actually put up a statement about her message on the topic about a certain squirrel, which is referring to Salvi the Blue Squirrel, and she put up a 60 pages image. Technically, if you kind of like plus minus some of the white block along the line, it will be around 60 pages. And she is saying that apparently there is like copying or stalking along the line, which she kind of like wanted to indicate a story. And as a response to that, after he got harassed or attacked, Salvi's son actually put up almost a 3 hours video, more than 3 hours to be exact, about his response to Lydia's son so-called hit piece document in a way. So I actually took my time to read of Lydia's document, as well as freaking hell use 3 hours of my time to watch Salvi's son's statement. So if either one of you are watching this, I am giving you guys the benefit of doubt for both sides, but at the end of the day, the skill will depend on how the viewers feel, as well as I'll be giving my judgment on the whole thing. And I can assure you guys, both of you are on the wrong side. I won't say any one of you win. You guys can both move on, but I'm just giving you my take. I'll be also giving my advice and how I feel that this situation seems, as someone has pointed out, very similar to Force Sun as well, and Kyo Sun in a way. And I can assure you guys, the so-called similarity between the both of you can be also linked up to how you guys are similar to Kyo Sun and Force Sun in other ways as well. So if you guys just want to see hear the long short form of it, I will just give it you guys so that you guys don't waste too much time. It's basically that Lydia-san says Salvi-san is copying her, and Salvi-san saying that he using experience from other people like Red Saydes or Force-san or Kyo-san along the line, not just Lydia-san along the line. And VTuber news, right, technically have been covered by quite a lot of people. I myself is not exclusive because I'm technically like I talk about it, I give people update about it, but am I a news updater? No, I'm a commenter, alright? So if in the case that you guys say that am I a new journalist, no, I won't think so, because I'm giving my bias take, I can giving my personal view, I can give based off my experience, understanding all these things. And normally when you talk about news and you give your own opinion, technically you're more of a commenter, not a journalist. So considering that Lydia-san and Salvi-san being more on the covering side themselves, they actually go to the point of searching out on Reddit, for Chan to look out on and give their report on it. Then they are more on the covering the behind the scene news, whereas Kyo-san and Force-san tend to be on the surface news, when normally when they see things that people post on Twitter or things that people post on to the public along the line, then they are more on the surface. Lydia and Salvi-san is like Lydia-san and Salvi-san is both of them are actually on the behind the scene, because I seen most of their video. That is when I can see the similarity as Lydia-san claim. But then again, why I would have to give fault to both of them is that the wish one claim that someone is copying them, but if you look at the whole situation, I will also say that they're also technically copying Kyo-san and Force-san in a way, especially like if we are talking about the term news side. So we will talk about more into that detail later on, but as a whole, is it a good situation when I see the document, as well as even wasting 3 of my hours watching Salvi-san video? Salvi-san, I'm giving you the benefit of doubt, so I know you're emotional, I know you want to let people know your side of the story. I listened all 3 hours of it myself, alright? So do understand that I can see your point as well, but do listen to the end as I give you the advice that you may be seeking, as well as the way I view about this whole situation between you both, between both Lydia's son and you, Salvi's son. And if Lydia's son, if you watch this as well, I will be giving advice to you as well if you do watch it until the end. But understand that this is just my personal view. I may not talk to you. Because anyone who know me very well, that I'm not really like talking to Salvi-san a lot. I actually interact with Salvi-san quite a few times myself. But I will give the advice to both of you is that I will be giving an unbiased take on all this situation. Even if I interact with Salvi-san, I'm not gonna be like standing on his side as when I put out my skill, right? Anyone who know very well that anyone who know me like anyone who say that, oh, Ame Gakita going to go take out his skill, the skill of judgment or whatever you want to call it, and pointing out who is right, who is wrong. I tend to look at both sides of the coin, and I look at the coin itself, which is basically, in case anyone want to know, is that is Salvi-san copying Lydia's son? I believe that is the case we are looking at. And all in all, I would argue that yes, at the end of the day is yes and no. And at the same time, I was also argue that both of you are also in the wrong. And why would I say that? Well, let's go into the whole long story, which you guys will be hearing me like speaking like, oh man, talking like a non-stop for the whole situation. So basically, I'm not going to showcase every single 3 hours video or the 60-page image. I'm obviously won't want to make my own video over 4 hour 5 hours video. I will be just doing a live stream about I may be doing a live stream about this situation myself one day. But the one thing I do want to highlight is that when Lydia-san put out this, like, I'm not making this document as a wish hunt or as a hit list. You technically lost on that, Liang Lale. The thing is, right, what you guys have to understand is that when you point out someone else and you go along saying like, hey, don't go on a witch hunt, don't go attack, you kind of like just I feel like this is personal my view is that if you say that this is I'm giving my side of the story, however, do not start harassing the other party until the other person had give his own take, and you guys will have to understand how you judge the whole situation yourself. I mean, like, you have to let the viewers be the judge in a way. It's not wrong, but when you say I'm not making this as a hit list, dude, people will still take it as a hit list. People will make it that you're going asking people on a wish hunt along the line, whether you like it or not. When you have a huge fan, even if you say that there is no one doing it, when Salvi-san got harassed already, that is when you first lost it, okay, Lydia-san? So my advice to you for this situation on the whole thing is that you may tell other people not to harass, but you have to understand that there will be other people going on the harass mode, whether you like it or not. And Salvi-san on the receiving end will also get attacked. So even if you tell other people not to bully, it's the same thing as Tokiba telling other people not to attack Niji-sanji. It's that people will still attack Niji-sanji no matter what. So it's the same situation for you. When you tell people not to do it, people will still do it. So you lost on that part because you tell people not to attack and now people are attacking him, then you lost because you initiate this whole situation yourself. You started it out first. And from the whole situation, it seems like you did not reach out to Salvi-san one-on-one to talk about it. It seems like there may be a bit of misunderstanding between both Salvi-san and Lydia-san. From how I look at it, is that it seems like Salvi-san is unaware of this situation. He's not aware. Whereas Lydia-san is like being like so-called a paranoid or apparently to be sensitive about this situation. So I think is that both of them having some sort of miscommunication or like having a misunderstanding of each other. So my advice to both of them is that they better sit down and have a chat. Even if they don't want to, I would actually prefer them to sit down and chat to understand what is their misunderstanding over this whole situation. But then again, I will still give the final judgment on why I think both of them are in the wrong, as well as why I think Salvi-san and Lidia-san need a bit of advice on it. Because from how I look at it, this at the start, right? Like even before I go into the whole story, like even on the YouTube side, which Lidia claim as well as the Salvi-san claim, it's like he say she say situation. I personally feel that this whole thing about having a miscommunication it may be that it's like I think Lidia-san is waiting for Salvi-san to reach out to her, and Salvi-san is not aware of this whole thing and think that he's doing the right thing when he realized when after this whole thing come out that he realized that he did something wrong along the line, and now he's trying to amend it, but then some Lidia-san is now blocking him along the line. So yeah, so when she blocked him without giving a chance of him to explain his side of the story, it just proves that I mean like anyone who understands is that no, it's not wrong for if she want to block him, but I'm saying is that if she never give the chance for him to explain his side of the story, that just being in a way she just throwing things out into the window and then let people know that something happened, and then she just move on with her life after and hoping that anyone will go and attack him along the line. That's just being bad. So all in all, I feel like this is the first loss for Lidia-san. I'm not saying that she is I'm not saying that she is right or wrong. I'm just referring that she has brought up the first loss in the first case if this is a beef between Salvi-san and Lidia-san. Because although I'm not also defending Salvi-san in the way is that basically from what I look at it, she started it out and then she moved on. When people now start attacking, it's like it's just like, what the heck are you thinking about? And secondly, for Salvi-san, he had accepted that he will get harassed, he will get attacked. He mentioned in his video that he is not innocent in the whole thing. He admits some of his fault along the line. So all in all, I can see where this whole thing come about. So if between one situation where the guy admit his fault as well the girl not admitting her fault, obviously if you look at the whole situation, people will say if you're the judge, aren't you going to just judge Salvi-san and say that he's guilty along that? No, I would say in this case that not all situation that the defender with Salvi-san to be innocent not or guilty at all. I would also say that sometimes the one who is giving up the allegation, which is Lidia-san, that she may also be in the fault herself, because if some of the situation, as she point out, may be considered cherry picking or putting out favorable evidence for her against her only to be telling a thoughtful story or come up with a narrative that does not make sense, and she get found out for it, she will be also positive at the same time, because she is lying in the eyes of the law. So when you are lying in the court, your case will be immediately thrown off the window. So for Lidia-san at the moment, I'm not saying that her case is entirely false. If Salvi-san admit to some of them and debut most of them, then there is also a case of now it will be he say she say situation, and now it's up to the viewer base to see who is the one that we all should believe in. And when I bought my skill and I waste my 3 hours listening to the Salvi-san video, well, at the same time, like beforehand, I kind of like read up Lidia-san the whole her whole document and understand the whole situation. I would just say that it is not good in for Lidia-san when she brought up this statement, as well as it's also not good for Salvi-san when you kind of admit your guilt. I mean, like, yes, if you made your mistake, yes, I can understand that, but one thing for sure is that you also kind of like have to understand that maybe you should have reached out to her first before you put up your statement. But then again, if you're being attacked, show proof that you have been attacked, or people like blocking you along the line. Just show proof of it that you have been harassed along the line, if that is the case, and that should be enough to debunk most of Lydia's statement, especially the starting one. So both of them have not done so, so I will pull up that both of them are also wrong on that end. So I hope you guys can understand what where I'm leading on. Secondly, the TDL it's like the too long didn't read for most people. It's basically the YouTube situation, right? In a nutshell, I would say it's about similarity, like Salvi-san copying Lydia-san, and then Salvi-san say that no, I did not. Yes, some of them seem to be coincident, or some of them seem to be just right at the moment, and I'm going to just say number one, to Lydia-san, copy paste in YouTube is not uncommon. It's really not uncommon. Just for the viewer side, not you guys have to understand that normally when you talk about YouTube, right, be it thumbnail, be it the video content, be it whatsoever along the line, like even if you say like video comparison, like even if you say like the date, which I would tell you guys, she did a little bit of cherry picking from when I go and search out all of their video. I check out most of the video myself, as well as like there is similarity. So if we look at number one, the thumbnail, obviously there is similarity. Niji Sanji having the word colorful, the Niji Sanji, which anyone you say that hey, maybe the Niji Sanji Salvi-san copy from Lydia-san. Oh hell, I tell you guys, Kyo-san have been using it for quite a long while. So are they copying Kyo-san? And if they use red and yellow word font, which is like as Lidia claimed that he follow him, then hell, you guys are following Kyo-san as well, because this is like Lydia-san. You can't claim everything because Kyo-san have used colored font for his video. So if Lydia-san claimed that she is the one that owned the copyright to it, then does that mean that Kyo-san is copying her? Or if you look at the duration of when they first started out that font, like the way when they first started out that font, the formation, like even before they like if you are using like old time all this thing, right, she used a different style, which Salvi-san seems to be like, yeah, I do agree that Salvi-san seems to be very oddly similar in a way. But when you actually look at the way they finally like stick to one the VTuber news, this kind of situation, the word like Niji Sanji abuse, because they kind of start out at the same time talking about Toki Bird, and both of them start out quite around the same period. So you gotta have to give a date that the situation's at least similar in some ways. So is it like who copied who at this point of time? I think that they can't I would actually say they are both copying Kyo-san in a way, because Kyo-san got way longer situation when he used that, and even long before he used yellow, it was 6 months ago. Lydia-san only 1 month ago. 1 month ago. So even if they claim they are the one who started this kind of format, Kyo-san has started something similar long ago, as well as For-san throughout his life as a host of Things VTubers Say. So so all in all, right, if you look at the similarity between Kyo-san and For-san, they both in the past have something similar as what happened to Salvi-san and Lydia-san, is that number one, they have a different philosophy in news reporting. So that is one thing they disagree on. Secondly, they did kind of claim that the way they put up their thumbnail is like very similar to each other, or who is copying who. So right now, Salvi-san and Lydia-san is having that situation. And more funny thing is, right, based on how they claim to be like who copied whose thumbnail, I would say that both of them are actually copying both For-san and Kyo-san thumbnail themselves. So there's no way to claim Lidia-san thumbnail is similar to Salvi-san or Salvi-san similar to Kyo-san, because both of them are actually, from how I look at the borderline, even for like even on the live side, the yellow for Lidia-san is the red one, for Salvi-san is the blue one along the line. It's like if they claim they are the one who started it first, I would say Forsan would be the one to start it first, because he has been using purple borderline like ever since. So I would say that the like similarity on both of them on when it comes to thumbnail, yeah, Lidia-san, Salvi-san, both of you lost. Because there is no copy, because both of them are copied from other people, not each other. And yes, some people will put up in the comment section, yes, don't get me wrong, that they look very oddly similar. Yeah, I do agree on that, because from how I look at it, it is similar. Lidia-san and Salvi-san oddly familiar in some way. So I mean, like, number one, if you guys really want to like ensure like the some sort of differentiation, sit down, discuss. Like, I really believe that both of them should really sit down and discuss. Like, the reason why I say Lidia-san blocking Salvi-san is not right is that if you don't both sit down to discuss, like if you feel like there is similarity, and then I think that it's more like, in my opinion, that you both sit down and discuss like who will be using, like for example, if Lidia-san want to stick to this format of the thumbnail, then she should really speak up to Salvi-san and help him with a new design, so that maybe it will be a new design to differentiate Salvi-san from Lidia-san. So as for right now, you just brought him out, so in a way that's is wrong. And so far for Salvi-san, he's taking, from how I look at it, he's taking effort to change up his thumbnail, which I'm think that there is one huge good step that he's taking the initiative. But I'm not saying that he's not innocent as well, because in terms of like the similarity of using the thumbnail each other, because if you guys want to say what is the similarity for Lidia-san, most of her like, I am not very fond of using like words on the thumbnail and then it's similar to the title that of my YouTube channel. So if anyone will go and search out my YouTube channel, I do put up words. I do use the borderline along the line, but it's more so if you guys go and check out if you guys go and check out more okay, if you guys go and check out my thumbnail, I do use the red on the words, and I use random chat because I want to let people know that it is a random chat. It's just me randomly talking. And then there is also the if you guys notice, like unexpected debut agent is, you don't see the word itself. Most of the time you won't see the word like agency VTuber model debut catch the heart of many. To I mean, like, yes, sure, debut is like you see the debut on each other, but I would say it's a different story. Or maybe like former agency VTuber are winning, they earn the W. Or maybe more people went full denial regarding Stellar Blade, too sexy for them. Strong allegation against agency VTuber and fanbase are making it worse, liar and bad. Like, the thing is, right, if you notice the thing is, I tend to use two different form of words for my title and to be appeared on my thumbnail, because most of the time, from what I look at it, is that yes, people will be looking at the random chat itself is a random chat. I want more people to realize that this is all a random chat. It is me giving my views, my takes, my opinion, my thought, whatever you guys think of it. And often more than not, I tend to use short words. I try not to go beyond 5 words. If I try to, often more than not, it's 2 to 3 words. At time I will have to use 4 words. So often more than not, it's like less than 5 words itself, to make it easy for people to realize that, hey, if those simple ways enough to capture those people, they will then look at the title, and if the title captured them, that is, I'm putting effort into the title and the thumbnail itself, and that is enough to capture people's point of view. That's good. But then again, there are also again like Lidia-san and Salvi-san, where they put up the title and the thumbnail words to words, like Niji Sanji Luka Expo, Niji Sanji as Luca exposed, Niji-sanji accused of trauma, Niji-sanji accused of infringing trauma along the line. So the thing is, right, it's similar. Even Salvi-san is like also similar. Like Niji-sanji investor angry, Niji-sanji investor angry. Yeah, it's word to words. People will not look at the title, which which I can agree, because there are some people who doesn't like to read title. They don't want to see the long title. They just want to see few simple English words. So in a way, similarity on that they are using thumbnail in the, like they're using the title in the thumbnail or vice versa in a way. Yep, I can see the similarity on that. But for Fosan and Kyo-san, they kind of did it differently. Similar to how I did it, is that they put up short form, like fan reject new agency VTuber, or agency debut hit by fan backlash along the line, or like Kyo-san, Niji-sanji like even in his old one is like multiple Niji VTuber graduate. What is going on with Niji-sanji? So it's like the reason why we would most of us do like two different things is that people will look at the title and look at the, but more so on the thumbnail, because thumbnail is what catches the people view. So if people catch that view, then yes, good for them. But then they are now just putting up the title on their thumbnail. Hey, nothing wrong with that. But if you're saying like copying to each other, then the art of their thumbnail of copying is technically something similar to how Kyo-san and Fosan have been doing, because they put some sort of like catchy title as well as the borderline, the color borderline, or putting in face or along the line. So the thing is, right, if in terms of copying, right, in YouTube is always copy here, copy there. There's no originality, no matter how you look at it. The only thing that is making it original is how you put in your effort into distinguishing your video from out of many people. So let's say, for example, if we look at this whole situation, who is right, is who is the wrong? I mean, like, similarity, yeah, I can definitely see that, but claiming that you own the right to that thumbnail, I don't think Lidia-san is right on that. As well as I think if Salvi-san really did use inspiration from Lidia-san, and you can't like do it like similar, yeah, Lidia-san may be wrong. Salvi-san is also in the wrong. Why? Well, for Lidia-san, she's trying to claim that her form of thumbnail is her own. Like in YouTube, you see it all the time. And you like look at Mr. Beast, the number of Mr. Beast copycat, there is a lot of them. So you can't really claim that you own the right to every single thing. There will be people having like using your thumbnail as the baseline. So if people use my thumbnail as the baseline, yeah, I'm not stopping them, because my thumbnail, the reason why I have not been removing that random track, I mean, like, I can use do something similar to like how Fosan and Kyo-san put out. Like, I can just put a freaking title on the thumbnail and let people realize what I'm talking about. But why have I not removed that random chat and the number series for it? Is that I want to let people know that this is a series of me giving my thought, my thing and video, and this have been ongoing to now. So I want to have that stick no matter what. So whether people follow, if there are other people who follow this, by all means go ahead. If they can make it interesting, more interesting than mine, and if they credit that I'm the one who give them the idea, give them the inspiration, I will accept that. As long as they credit me, good. But maybe for Lidia-san, she feel that Salvi-san copy her and never give her the credit along the line, then yeah, I can see why. And for Salvi-san, I mean, like, he can also claim that he's using idea from other VTuber like Kyo-san, Fosan along the line, but if he do copy Lidia-san in the whole in all, then I would agree that Lidia-san may be also right in some way, but also Salvi-san also right on other ways. So right now the only thing is, right, in terms of like the thumbnail itself, I know I do talk a lot, but then again, if you look at the whole situation, thumbnail itself, I have to point out that more of if you feel like there is a copy, and if you guys really want people not to like see if you guys differently, then just if just sit down, discuss like how to help each other out. Maybe help with, like, for Lidia-san to help out with Salvi-san with a better thumbnail, or maybe Salvi-san discussed with a better thumbnail for Lidia-san along the line, like just help each other out. I mean, like VTuber as for us is that right now from how I look at it, right, you guys are putting each other down instead of putting each other up. One of the things you want to do as a content creator or as a VTuber is that you want to push each other up, not down, right? So the way I've seen both of you trying to push each other down, it doesn't seem right in me. I mean, like Salvi-san doesn't seem to me like the person who is very competitive, while Lidia-san seems to be showing a bit of competition in a way based on how people say. So I think maybe that's when things go wrong. And at the same time, I also can see the one that caused this whole situation up, right, may not be actually Salvi-san or Lidia-san. I know some people, like, I knew Lidia-san or Salvi-san would be like, hey, what? Who is the one who started out this? Well, the thing is, right, from how I look at it, right, the whole situation, I read through a lot of comment, I read through a lot of people's statement. I personally think the fans are the one who started out all of this. The fans, okay? I know some of you will be like, hey, I'm gonna press you this time because you said it's the fan. But the thing is, right, I'm not referring to the electric fan that is wearing ring right now. I'm referring to those people that is causing the sparkle, the whole situation when they say that, hey, you both of you has similarity in the thumbnail and the way you both talk is similar. I mean, like Lydia, you may claim that VTuber news is all over the place. You can copy him or he can copy you along the line. Like Salvi-san, I think you have to sit down and agree with me on this part, is that everyone got their own takes. Everyone got their own views. But then again, right, the one thing is, right, from how I look at it, the reason why I have not been calling myself a VTuber news and I have not created VTuber news strictly to one is that I tend to stick to one point is giving my view. And I use source from Lidia-san, Salvi-san, Kyo-san, For-san for VTuber news. If they are like, if Rima talk about VTuber news, I will use his source. I mean, her source. Whether is she a fox or a horse, Rima-san, I love you. And I respect you, not in the love you in the heart shape. Love you as a content creator. Is that if she put up a good source for me to use, I will use it, and I will give credit to her. It's the same thing as I giving credit to Lidia-san you as well as Salvi-san. Is that I use when I found source that is good to be used, I will link the source to you guys and give my take on it. Explain that some of the things that I do agree on, and if I feel that I disagree, I will point it out. But most of the time, I will also point out the reason for it. I will give my take on it, all these things, and let people see like, am I right or am I wrong? Because sometimes the reason why I don't like to talk about news is that I feel like I'm stepping, like there's already like, before Lidia-san and Salvi-san or even Rima-san, is that For-san and Kyo-san has been always the so-called the go-to news. Even Red Say Des may say that he talk about VTuber news, but he's not talking VTuber news about every single day. For-san and Kyo-san is the concentrate VTuber news. Red Say Des talk about VTuber news. Oh, there's a very juicy allegation going along the line. So the thing is, right, I tend to look at the main source, and sometimes if the other source do give a better view as well, I will use their view as well. Because for me, when you look at one coin, it's not the head or the tail. Sometimes you have to look at the middle, you have to look at other perspective. There is a lot of things. And from how I look at the whole situation, right, the one who initiate and inform Lydia of the similarity, the coupling along the line, I don't think Salvi-san is the one. It's just that it's the someone from her fan pointing out the similarity, and she feel so-called threatened, or maybe she feel like she was being stopped by Salvi-san along the line, and she got sensitive about it. She got sensitive about it, and Salvi-san obviously wasn't aware. He just basically, yeah, I'm just doing the same thing again and again. I think it's alright. I never hear anything from her, so must be alright along the line. So Salvi-san, yeah, you also you have the whole responsibility. I saw your video. Don't get me wrong. I'm aware that in your video you are aware. So credit to you that you are able to understand that sometimes not saying anything doesn't mean the other party is right or wrong. You sometimes you have to reach out to talk about it and say hi. Sometimes and also like even if you say the I did something I did something wrong along the line, don't start off with that, alright? Let me give you one advice when talking to girl, alright? Number one, if you are not aware of the situation or when you did something wrong on the line, try to interact with other people who is close to the person to see is there something wrong between between the I'm not saying like the friendship or whatsoever. It's like is there something happening between you and her along the line. Even when I speak to someone else and I feel like there is a brief between me and someone else, I will talk to a third party or maybe someone who is close to the person to understand what is wrong, have a chit chat and see where is wrong, because this may be a little bit too late. But Salvi-san, if in the future if you do come across something similar, at least now you know. Sometimes you have to reach out not only to one person but two different person or someone else who is close to that person to understand maybe there is something that happening behind the scene. And to Lydia-san, please, I know most female tend to be very, very sensitive about this kind of thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not stopping you guys from being sensitive along the line. But Lydia-san, I think that you also need to calm down a little bit. Understand that this is not entirely his fault. Maybe I mean like you have to give the benefit of doubt that maybe he is not aware of this thing. Which the reason why I feel like the reason why I say you might want to sit down and talk to Salvi-san. If you need a third person, maybe ask someone that is close to you that you feel comfortable with talking, like let's say Rima-san along the line, if Rima-san is willing to do so, or someone else who is able to give you the peace of mind to help meditate this whole situation and see this whole thing, because I am basing my judgment based on what you guys put out, so I hope you guys can understand that. And for Salvi-san, obviously he will be mad at Lydia-san for some of the allegation that was put up against him. I mean, like when I look up a lot of allegation, yeah, I mean like in terms of similarity, like Persona 3 or the man who erased his name along the line, yeah, I mean like technically I would say that it's cherry picking. And when people say why I would say that, because if you look at it, right, if there is actual similarity, she would be using like every single day non-stop, not all those just or all the big name. So because the thing is, right, when I actually went and looked at they are old before they start talking about VTuber news, just because of the Tokiba situation, they used to talk a lot of different stuff. And yes, Salvi-san did talk on this on his video about in the 3 hours video. So for Lydia-san, when she kind of like point out that that Salvi-san copy her, when I look into a lot of situation, true, maybe both of them are fan of Initial D. Salvi-san didn't know that you can do a lot of things about Initial D, and Salvi-san did talk a lot along the line. But when you look as what Salvi-san claimed, the similarity is not all. It's really not there. Or because the thing is, right, like when you talk about Vince McMahon, I also talk about Vince McMahon myself. I talk about. So did you copy me? No, I don't know. I mean, like, why would I know where you talk about WWE though? I talk about Vince McMahon myself, and I assure you guys, I did. Okay, so if you guys actually want to know the situation on for my case, is that when I talk about Vince McMahon, yeah, 2 months ago, I only got 30 views. I talk about Vince McMahon. I give my own take. So does that mean that Lydia self copy me? She was hola. 2 months ago, similar, right? So the thing is, right, I don't think she copied me. I think it's just that at the same time, when 2 months ago, when Vince McMahon situation start coming out, obviously there will be some people who talk about it. And did Salvi-san talk about it? No, he did not. I tried looking it up, and I couldn't find it. And I tried using archive. There's no history of it. So I would say that not everything as she claimed that Sabi-san is copying Lydia-san entirely correct though. I believe that she is just cherry picking some of the thing. It's just that the way they claim about this whole situation is really not right. I mean, like even like Niji Sanji in hiding, talent in hiding along the line. It's like all these things, right? I used to talk about, like even for my case when I talk about like someone else. It's still quite like song support. What was it that I talked about? Yeah, the disappearance of VTuber. I talked about it long ago. Okay, I talk about it first. Someone asked me about it. I talk about it. Did they really start out? No. So can I say that both Lydia-san and Salvi-san copy me and they never credit me? No, I wouldn't say that. Because the thing is, right, Toki Bird disappearance or Selen Tatsuki disappearance at the time was really a news. It's just that I give my take about it. That's all. So, like, who copy who at this point of time? I feel like it's very, very stupid. That's why for this statement, when she trying to pull up, he copy you copy me along the line. Service-san, if some of the situation is coincident, then yeah, I can see maybe there is some sort of copying in some form. But the thing is, right, what actually just threw me off is that the day of the upload though. The day of the upload. I mean, like, yes, she said that they both post at the same time, but seriously, how the hell can how the hell can Savi-san react to the same thing within 1 hour? I mean, like, if he can upload within 1 hour and react within 1 hour and then upload it quickly, I mean, like, and post everything that is needed. I mean, like, I guess Savi-san, you're very good at uploading things very fast. But then again, the time seems to be like very, very weird. The timing is seems to be. I mean, like, if she claimed as such, right? Normally it'll be 1 or 2 days after like something like this. So like when she claimed this, right, same day, timing later on, I maybe if you put something like okay, 2 days later, Savi-san post it. Yeah, I think there's a high possibility, right? So the thing is, right, she cherry picked some of them very wrongly, or some trying to indicate as such, and after that, the timing doesn't indicate for some of them. Like, why would you do that? I mean, like, Savi-san would claim as such, which the reason why I'm actually looking at the whole situation, like, why would you post something like this? I mean, like, do you guys know about WWE history along the line? Or post something similar? I mean, like, yeah, I'm giving the benefit of doubt. Maybe he's stalking you in some way, but if you guys are talking to each other on Discord at one point of time, I really wonder about that. I mean, like, same topic. Sure, thumbnail is not even similar in a way. So yeah, it's just that Lydia-san, you kind of lost me on that already though. But for Savi-san, if you at the same time, I'm going to give her the benefit of doubt, okay, Savi-san. So if you think most of them seem to be similar, yeah, I think it would be much better if you actually do come out and explain that not just about the thumbnail is similar, but can you prove? I think you can prove that if you want to point out that the way you give your chat or the way you give your view is it similar in total? Because if the way you react is different from Lydia-san, or the way you talk or give your take about it is different from Lydia-san, that is your win, alright? That's your winning condition. And if Lydia-san could not point out the similarity not on the thumbnail but on the topic itself, then sorry Lydia-san, copy of thumbnail in the VTuber world, or I mean like in the content creator world, is not unheard of. People can create can just copy paste thumbnail all the time. It's it's all over the internet. You can't just claim Tanya yours is yours, alright? I mean, like, people will just copy paste whether you like it or not. So using Tanya itself, unless she is proving that the video is similar, like the way Salvi-san react is similar to how you react, or the take he gave is similar to yours, then that is when I would say, yep, I will say that you are in the right. But using Tanya itself, I know you guys may think that I'm being ridiculous, but in terms of Tanya itself, right, not strong enough. Also a lot of things, right, they tend to talk about like the similarity bit was or the Pacific oddly, like, again, if people talk about it, maybe Salvi-san, I will say that yeah, maybe I will give the reason why I have to give her the benefit of doubt is that that's some of them does seem very oddly Pacific. So at the same time, I'm still gonna give the benefit to Salvi-san that if the way they react is not similar, then copying of content, yeah. I mean, like it's like it's the same thing as like I can copy your unword, which is basically the same topic, the same video, but if the content is different, then Lidia-san, you have to understand that in YouTube video history, there is a lot of such similar case though. So I hope you guys can understand that point. And also, I mean, like, the following all these thing, brand hijacking, accused of crowd chasing, like, I mean, like, the way he like, even when you're trying to pull out his defense, all these thing, right, it seems very weird. How do you come up with this conclusion? I mean, like, unless there is like actual proof to indicate as such, I mean, like, then maybe Salvi-san might be hiding along the line. But then again, he seemed to generally have like a lot of views for most of his video, as well as you having a lot of views. I mean, the both of you actually got grown quite high due to the Seren Tatsuki or Tokibird storyline. So when you both of you kind of like talk way into a lot of that, I can see like the you both do deserve the number of subscribers and the view you guys got. I mean, like, I give my view about, and I'm still kind of like scrapping by with my views. So the thing is, right, I don't understand, like, instead of helping each other and just put up a smearing I mean, like, at this point, right, Lydia-san, this downwards, right, it's just basically smearing campaign against the against Salvi-san. Okay, I not going to talk about what happened below. No, seriously, I know you guys might hate me for not putting out my take, but it seems to me like a smearing campaign. Whether she like it or not, it seems like one, alright? So at this point, I won't blame Salvi-san to be mad. Like, in his video, he did show that he is very, very angry. And from the whole situation, it's like the Salvi bot downwards onward, it seemed like just basically a smearing campaign against him. So when she pull up along the line, like there is even someone saying like this is a asset drama happened year ago between Force and Kill. The only thing is that they buried the hatchet. The only thing you cannot copyright news, and there's so many ways a person can make a video. No one has the exclusive right to topic or video idea. All his video are within his fair use. That you, if he's copying you, then you're copying Force and Kill Sun, and all four of you essentially had the test on black. Well, I guess one of the good things is that I am not using black. Yeah, black word, but definitely not. So the thing is, right, it really proved to show that there is both of them in the wrong. You don't go around putting a smearing campaign and then you just say that, oh, people can believe what they can you want to go. Sure, there are people believing her. Don't get me wrong. There are people believing her, and hardly I see anyone believe Salvi-san at this point of time. I mean, like, it's really, really sad. Will I who will I stand on? Will I stand on Salvi-san or will I stand on Lidia-san? I will just say that at this point there is 3 questions that I'll give it to both Lydia-san and Salvi-san. Well, number one question, both at the same similar question, okay? Number one, who have not reached out to who first? Like who was the last person in contact with each other, and like what caused them to not speak to each other? I need to understand that point. Like, did the beef start from that? That is a possibility. That's what I want to know from that point. What is their last point of contact? Number two, did they discuss about the thumbnail similarity when they was in contact at the time? Like, did Salvi-san talk about the thumbnail similarity, or did Lidia-san talk about the thumbnail similarity? Like, did they talk about the similarity in their thumbnail, or is it that the fan bring it up? Because if the fan bring it out and not they to each other, right, then I would say that the fan might be in fault, and Lidia-san, you can't just blame Salvi-san for it, alright? So that is the one thing you guys have to understand. Like, did you guys talk about thumbnail in the past before? If not, 8 months, you as Lydia-san, 8 months, yeah, you could have if you say that the last point of contact was like 1 year ago and not 8 months ago, then yeah, maybe Salvi-san, you what are you doing? Why are you not talking to her all this time? I mean, like, reach out to someone if you are not talk. I mean, like, at least speak to someone, for goodness sake. And the last question, right? Have you guys tried reaching out to each other one more time? Like, the Salvi-san tried to reaching out to Lydia-san, or the Lydia-san try reaching out to Salvi-san is before she blocked him? Because if there is no to either one of you, yeah, you both are in the wrong. Because Kyo-san and Fo-san have buried their hatchet, their situation. Both of them have already. But I do wish both of you to bury the hatchet. I feel like there is a huge misunderstanding. There is a huge concept of that is causing this brief between both of you. I don't wish for both of you to have this kind of drama to happen to you both. I know I talk like an old man, but then again, my advice to both of you, again, the three question is that is in link to the three question is that I feel like both of you do need to sit down and think. If you guys still want to ongoing with this drama, go and look up in the video the content. Is there similarity, not just for the VTuber news? Like, if Lydia-san, you claim that Salvi-san copy you every single thing, then prove to us that the reaction video, the content of the video, that some of his take is similar to you. You have to prove that. If you can't prove that, thumbnail copying is just basically thumbnail copying. There's only half the battle only. That, or maybe half. You have to take the win and the loss at the same time. Copying of thumbnail in YouTube, not uncommon. Not uncommon. It's very, very common, actually. So you can't really claim as thumbnail copying you every single thing. For Salvi-san, I will also try to advise you is that try reaching out to her if you can. If she still can't, like, maybe ask a third party to do something along the line. Because if you still can't do that, I would just say that maybe something is wrong with, like do you? I mean, like, if you wish to change your thumbnail, by all means go ahead. I'm not stopping you. I mean, like, maybe you wasn't aware that similar in your thumbnail maybe is going against someone else. I mean, like, in terms of YouTube algorithm, people may mistaken your channel for her channel along the line. And if you do it, like, if you have to prove to me right now or to everyone else that your thumbnail, when you create similarity to Lydia-san, or maybe you come up with the idea yourself at first, you have to prove that you did it because it was like someone did it along the line and you want to use it as a reference and you kind of stick to it along the line because it worked well for you along the line. Yeah, you have to explain why did it work well for you along the line. Because the thing is, right, it's just oddly specific about this. Like, to me, I'm giving Lydia-san the benefit of the doubt that the similarity on the thumbnail is very, very similar to her. So unless you can prove to me that you're using her as inspiration, and I mean, like, you can still use something like this, don't get me wrong. You just need to change up Like just don't use yellow, don't use red along the line. I mean, like use any other color that seems more striking. Like I mean, like there's orange, there is pink, there is a lot of other colors. So why not use those? I mean, like it doesn't have to be just yellow or red. Sure, red color because red a warning. So if you want to use red, yep, you can use red. Yellow maybe just change the word the yellow font to another different color. Maybe like orange along the line. I mean, like the reason why a lot of people need to understand why yellow and red is very striking for most people is that it's back to the safety color, the black and yellow. So if anyone who know about the like if anyone knew very like yellow and black tape, this is the reason why black and yellow work very well. So if Salvi-san want to change, he can just change the yellow, like the background, but just change the yellow a little bit to orange along or red along the line. I mean, like if he want to stick to white, yeah, he can go back to white and red. The reason why I've been using white most of the red and white is not because of YouTube, but because of the it's because of red and white tape. That's all. So maybe you can look into other warning color or striking color. Just do a little bit of research on your end, Salvi-san. I mean, like thumbnail small word not going to help you because in the long run people may not be able to see your word. So look into color that make yours strike out a lot. Doesn't need to be just only yellow or red. I mean, like maybe change white background with red words along the line. It may work even better than you might think along the line. So who knows? I mean, like this is just me giving my random speculation. And for Lidia-san, if you feel that Salvi-san still do you wrong and you want to give your own take, just write in the comment below. I'm open for discussion. Even same thing for Salvi-san. I mean, like if you guys want to talk to me privately, just send me a DM. I mean, like I got my email is in the description below on my about page, so you guys can check that out. Just send me a message if you feel that you want to give me more take, because there's a lot of information that I'm lagging on. Definitely a lot, and I do want to give more take on that, but at the time of this recording, I will just say that both of you seems to be on the wrong side at the same time. So I might be wrong to say that, but I hope you guys can understand. There is, as well as there is a lot of evidence apparently, but from how I look at it, it seems to be soft evidence on my take, and seems to be for Lidia-san, the statement seems to be smearing, as well as Salvi-san just giving his response to the smearing along the line. It's just he say you say along the line, but who knows? I mean, like again, like I mentioned, this is all a random speculation, a random chat, a random talk. But if you guys got your own view, anyone who's listened to this old man who's talking for nearing an hour, which I'm also very guilty of talking about nearing 3 hours though. But then again, I mean, like I feel like this is just a, in my take, a bit nothing burger. I feel like both of them should sit down and discuss, maybe with maybe ask for San or someone else, or like Rima-san to do the meditating to understand both sides of the story and help to amend the relationship. I mean, like still be acquainted would be nice. Bury the hatchet even better. But I feel like this is just a nothing burger at this point of time, and I feel like this should, you guys should be helping each other up, not pulling each other down. So at this point, I would just say that this is my take, my random talk, my random chat. So if anyone really have your own view, just write in the comment below and we can discuss it further. But till then, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat, where I talk about stuff that never follow a single trend. But then again, if who knows? I mean, like I'm kind of like talk about this for first. I think. Yeah, someone else talk about this. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys have a nice day online. Bye.